Hey there. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I did it. I finished this huge project that I chose to spend all of my energy on for the last 2 weeks. If you recall from our last conversation, I chose to use the energy in my body and my mind by essentially locking myself in my house all alone for 2 weeks and going through every nook and cranny, asking myself the question, if I was to move tomorrow, would I take you with, right? If I was to move tomorrow, would I take you with? Should you stay or should you go now? It felt really good. I know. Nicole, why, when you have stage 4 terminal cancer, why would you waste a single moment cleaning your closets? I get it. Sometimes I ask myself the same question, but the thing is I know the benefits for me. 1, anxiety helps me manage my anxiety, sure. But really the thing is that cancer is it's a fucking horrible river of shit that you're riding, and if you can do anything to make it be a little bit easier, a little less arduous, a little more a little frictionless, anything that can help you get through today and tomorrow so that you don't decide to ever give up, right? So I never, ever make the decision to not stand up and walk into the chemo center, so that I never say, you know what, I'm done. I can't do another surgery. I can't do. If investing a little bit of my time can help me get through each day a little bit better, it's worth it to me. It's so worth it to me. It's the long haul. I'm here for the long haul. Gotta breathe, gotta reset. Endurance, right? And then there's also, of course, always the question that you're asking yourself. If I was to lose control of this tomorrow, am I ready? Did I take care of my shit? You know? I'm a firm believer that you should not leave a mountain of chaos for someone else to manage. I mean, accidents happen, of course. But if you have the option, like I do, I have the time, I find it an incredible honor to take care of my own stuff. When the time comes in a very far away future, I want my wife to open the drawer, the box, the photo album, and I want her to be overwhelmed with the joy of the life that we built together and the awesome memories that is, and of course the sadness of what we lost. But I don't want her to have to have her be overwhelmed with the work of it, right? Of having to carry out bags of knickknacks and clothes and shit. I don't want it to be work, because I can't imagine what that'll be like for her. So it's it keeps me moving forward. And you know, I had a reminder today. I wanted to share this story with you. I was going through my stuff, and it's really emotional. Of course, it's beautiful. It's horrific. It's sad. There's just a lot, and I needed to keep going forward, and I was finding that I was starting to lose the ability to process these emotions, and I was like, come on, girl, we just a little bit more to go. And so in doing this, I found my friend John. See, I don't know if maybe I am very passionate about like taking care of your own stuff, because I was raised by 2 dysfunctional parents who sat me down at the age of like 10 and said, hey, here's our will and here's all of our paperwork, and you should memorize all of this so that when we die, you can take care of your sister. At 10. Actually, I think they started that when I was like 6. Or maybe it's having friends all along the way that have died of AIDS, cancer, drug overdoses, and they didn't have anyone to take care of their shit or to help them. No, I don't know. But I do know that, God, that was mostly gay men too. So sad. But I do know, I found my friend John today, who was a friend that died 15 years ago, and he reminded me that there is something very cool in giving the gift of taking care of your own shit to your family or your friends or whatever the case may be. John was he was an amazing, glorious, over-the-top gay man. Loved, which is very vivacious, and he really introduced me to Chicago when I came here. He introduced me to the gayborhood, which was wonderful to know the clubs and the restaurants and the bookstores, and yeah, he helped me find my people, and we had a lot of good times together. And, the thing was that when John went home, John had to tuck away that part of himself, because John lived with his 80-year-old Southern Baptist mom, who thought that he absolutely should not and had no right to bring any of that into her home or their world of friends and family. And he respected that. I know he struggled with it in the end, because he chose to never have a long-term relationship. He never got married. He never had the love of his life, because he couldn't bring him home. I think he thought that he would have that time. Of course, she would pass first, right? Well, my friend John did know that he was dying, so he did, he already had his paperwork taken care of naturally, because like you shouldn't walk out the door without having done that in life. But he went through his stuff, he went through his material things and, blah, blah, blah. But there's one thing that my friend John could not give up. And this was his collection of porn and gay. I shouldn't just minimize it, and it was porn. It was actually really cool. So John he was actually 20 years older than I was. I thought he was 10. I never knew his real age until his mom told me at his funeral. He's such a Bane queen. But he was 20 years older than me. So he had this really amazing collection from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, into the year 2000, of magazines and signs and all of these things that showed this incredible history of gay culture, in addition to, of course, a lot of very active visuals of porn in the form of videos. And he didn't want to let it go. He didn't want to let it go until the end, but he knew to take care of his shit. He made me promise, asshole, made me promise that when he died, I would not waste any time. I would go directly to his house, go into his bedroom, and remove all of these said items before his mom ever had to take a look at it. Why do that to her, right? So that was his choice. And so I did, the day he died, dealing with the emotions of him passing. I get in my car. I drive straight down to the south side to his mom's house, his house. This is the thing. Remember, mom is a 80-year-old Southern Baptist lady who is now mourning her son, but also sitting with all of her church ladies in her front room, celebrating his going home, right? So Nicole shows up, rings the doorbell, and now I have to walk into this really solemn, like, room full of church ladies. And, you know, I definitely was the odd peg out. And I've never hidden that I'm gay. And Miss Bonnie knew that, but she didn't. Never made it be an issue. With me, at least. Anywho, I ring the doorbell. I have to wade through, I have to walk in, walk up to Miss Bonnie, his mother, and say, Miss Bonnie, so sorry. John has asked me to go into his room, collect some things, leave with them, and never share with you what they are. I must just take them and be done. Oh my gosh. Thank God. I gotta give it to this woman. I loved her so much. She put her hand on mine and she said, baby, John told you what to do. You go do it. Thank you for taking care of my son. And I walked in there and I had to collect 3 boxes of this stuff and walk out with it. But this is the thing. John had a plan. He did not make his mom go through his shit. He took care of his shit. He made me go wade through the church ladies and take out gay porn, but he made plans. And so finding that, finding the little memento that I left myself to remind me of John, brought some laughter into the work that I've been doing, and reaffirmed, you gotta make plans, you gotta take care of your own shit. Cancer or not, cancer just gives you, I don't want to say the gift, because I really hate that. I hate when people say the gift of cancer. I don't need your fucking gifts. I got enough toys. Take your gifts and go home. Cancer gives you the time, and I'm respecting that. Very, very hard work, though. Which I'm now going to go and reward myself with some popcorn and a movie. I'm all about doing the hard work, but I'm also about doing it with a little bit of balance, a little bit of titration. And so every night for the past 2 weeks, I have set myself up at the end of the night for a glamorous movie night with popcorn and loud crashy things. It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. I've been shaking the house and having my movie night. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for checking in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.